Welcome back everyone to a video, and today we are talking about Drake Maye and his debut, looking at a few clips, some of his biggest plays in this past Sunday, talking about what I liked, what maybe I didn't like, just kind of the Patriots as a whole, but especially Drake Maye. For those of you that have watched my channel now since the draft, you'll know that I was very, very high on Drake Maye going into the draft. I honestly thought that he could have the edge over Jaden Daniels as the better quarterback prospect. Obviously, Daniels went second. He's doing fantastic in the NFL so far. But I've been really excited to see Drake Maye because I do think that given the chance to, operate the team, have a full season, Maye could have a comparable rookie year to Jaden Daniels. Now, will that happen this year? No, because Daniels has had such an amazing start to the season, and Drake Maye hasn't even had as many games. All that kind of stuff. I don't want to make it a comparison. I did just want to kind of provide some context though to show just how high I was on him because Jaden Daniels is excellent and I thought Drake Maye would be very close to that. So I was very kind of just anxious waiting for Drake Maye to start because I thought he had a lot of tools to succeed. I wanted to see the Patriots offense have a spark, show something that we haven't seen since Tom Brady was there. And honestly, I think we saw that. If I was a Patriots fan, I would be very, very excited, or at least just very happy with the way Drake Maye played in his debut. So starting with this, we're going to look over a couple of his touchdown passes again, but before we get to that, let's go over his stats. So 265 yards, 3 touchdowns to 2 interceptions. It is very easy to look at that and go, oh, okay, he was playing the Texans, so he threw for a lot of yards when they were down, garbage time touchdown, turned the ball over twice, whatever. But really watching the game, stats aside, we'll come back to that. But really watching the game, I think Drake Maye looked very, very comfortable in the pocket. And that's something that I think a lot of rookie quarterbacks tend to struggle with sometimes, is feeling comfortable in the pocket, adjusting to the NFL speed. I think, honestly, a more recent top quarterback that has struggled with that is, unfortunately, being a Panthers fan, Bryce Young. He's looked very uncomfortable a whole lot, operating from the pocket. Drake Maye came in, though, looked very comfortable against a very good defense. Texans have an excellent pass rush. Danielle Hunter, Will Anderson there on the edges. So, again, this was a great defense. I was very confused to start Drake Maye now because I thought if he was this close to starting, why not start him against the Dolphins, a much easier opponent, which I will stand by. I think that would have been a better move. But throwing Drake Maye out there first start against the Texans, I think he did really, really well. He looks very comfortable. He showcased a lot of his accuracy as far as kind of anticipating where the receiver would be on crossing routes, the deep ball. I think he looked really, really good. It wasn't perfect, of course. He did have one interception that definitely sailed on him or just didn't understand the route or maybe miscommunication. I don't really know, but regardless, it was a bad throw. The other one, though, it was not really his fault. It was a screen pass, got deflected. So for me, looking at this, it was a bad matchup for a rookie quarterback who still managed to get 3 touchdowns to only 1 interception. And I was really, really happy about that for Drake Maye, to be honest. So, again, let's get into that first touchdown pass, though. So this was the one where it was 40 yards from, I guess 40 yards out. I'm not sure I was going to tell you where in the field it was. It was a 40-yard touchdown pass. It was, placed perfectly. I'm not sure if you could throw a better pass than that for what the route was. Props to Kayshawn for getting open on that as well. I know he's struggled a lot throughout his NFL career so far. But again, that was a huge play for me because I'm sitting here thinking, okay, Brissett has not shown that at all. So I'm kind of thinking, how bad are the Patriots' weapons? Is it just a bad receiver group and a really bad quarterback? Is it just a really bad quarterback and an average receiver group? Like, what are we really looking at? And so seeing that was like, okay, not the best weapons, but plays can be made, okay? We can have sparks on offense. Even though we haven't seen it a lot since Tom Brady left, sparks can happen. We can have something. And I think Drake Maye's touchdown pass right there, that gave a lot of people hope, I think, instantly as soon as he came into the game. He also had another one, not going to show it. It was just like a 5-yard, 3-yard pass, just kind of rolled out through to the tight end, I believe, who kind of went in there. So still operated the play well, but it wasn't as impressive of a throw. But then the third one we will look at, and this one, I think his footwork looks a little weird here, but regardless, great job in the pocket, throws it, receiver on the crossing route who has, I think it's Douglas, I believe. Great job after the catch there, kind of doing most of the work, but still, Drake Maye put it right on him. I don't know. I got to say, I just have a feeling this guy's going to be really, really good. I had that feeling before the draft. I know I wasn't really alone on that, so I'm not going to, victory lap and say as a hot take this dude was taking 3rd overall. But I do think it's very easy to look at this quarterback class. I mean, you got Caleb Williams, you have Jaden Daniels. Bo Nix has been fairly solid for what it's worth. Spencer Rattler coming in this past weekend and doing all right. This could be a very, very good quarterback class. You get Drake May in here now. You get JJ McCarthy playing next year. It's weird. It's so weird. Look at the 2021 class with like Trevor Lawrence, Zach Wilson, Trey Lance. That was supposed to be this amazing class, and it was just awful. And now this one, so far in year one, we have a lot of exciting quarterbacks already. Offense, I mean, as a whole, to be honest. Malik Neighbors, Robert Harrison Jr. Anyway, kind of going off on a tangent there. But Drake May, though, I think showed a whole lot in his first start. And like I said, I try and push the stats out of the way because I really do feel like that was a 3-touchdown, 1-interception game against a very tough opponent. I'm excited to see what he does the rest of the year. And I'm really interested to see how he uses the offense around him as the games go on now compared to Jacoby Brissett. Because Drake May, in one game, just tied the amount of touchdown passes for the Patriots this entire season. Like, that's pretty bad quarterback play. The bar was down here. So not only, in my opinion, did Drake May play well, but like, you know, he got past the bar that's all the way down here. They weren't asking a whole lot from him. I think he shattered those expectations. I think he showed a lot to be excited about. I'm not sure who the Patriots play next. I have to check that right now. So it looks like the Patriots play the Jaguars in London, I believe, next Sunday. So I'm excited for that. Again, another winnable game. I know I'm going to have it on the screen because I'm not going to look at it right now. But I know I saw the Patriots' upcoming schedule, and it's honestly a little winnable. And I'm not going to say this team because this team has a lot of struggles other than just quarterback. There's a lot to figure out. But I do think, looking at the schedule, there are some games here now with, you know, a competent quarterback. You can kind of sneak out if you're New England. I know now for the fans, though, it's like, do we lose out, get a good pick, and be excited about Drake May for next year, or do we just see what part, like how much of the season we can salvage? In my opinion, I think you just try and get as many wins as possible at this point. I mean, I don't want to, you know, say season over or anything. If Drake May happens to step in here and be on a similar level to like Jaden Daniels or Caleb Williams, that could be a great year for him that I think he'd really benefit having under his belt rather than just kind of tanking and whatever. So I'm excited for the Patriots the rest of this season. I'm excited to watch Drake May. I'm excited to watch Jaden Daniels. I'm excited to watch Caleb Williams. I think this is a great quarterback class so far. I'm glad that Drake May got a shot because Brissett, good veteran, but you know, he wasn't really getting anywhere. I think Drake May has shows like a lot of hope. Love what I've seen from his deep ball, his accuracy so far. Really, look, it's one game. Like I'm overreacting, but I'm excited about what's to come. I think is why I'm overreacting. And in one game, a lot of his prospect strengths were shown. He did have good accuracy on his deep ball. He did have good placement. He did look very comfortable in the pocket. I think it's a good scheme fit as well for what the Patriots want to do. I think you just need more. You need more talent. You don't have a whole lot. So again, it'll be interesting to see what they do as far as free agency and the draft in the next 2 years. But I think you have your guy. It's been one game, so you don't know for sure. But I've had the feeling that Drake May could be the real deal for him. I love what I saw this past week against a very tough opponent. That's why I was also very impressive. That's why I was also very impressed with Drake May. That was not, he wasn't playing the Panthers. He wasn't playing just a terrible defense. Like he was playing against the Texans, a very good defense, a very respectable team, and I mean, there you go. And also, just for the record, Texans, no Nico Collins, 41 points. That team is so good. Really excited for the Texans as well. Something that I also want to say about Drake May as well that I think could be easily overlooked is he was also pretty good as a runner. He didn't seem too intimidated to have to pick up the extra yards and kind of, put his body on the line. He took, I think, a couple hits running for a first down. I know he got. So, again, this guy's very sneaky athletic. I like the fit a lot there in New England. I would like to see, like, if I had like a list almost of things I want to see from him, I would really like to see how he utilizes guys like Ramondre Stevenson, but especially Jalen Polk. Jalen Polk, he's done a great job this year at getting open, and he's had a sneaky good season on his own. If you look at the stats, it's not really going to be there because of Jacoby Brissett just couldn't get him the football, but he has separated honestly pretty well. It's just he hasn't got the opportunity. So I'm very interested to see how Drake May really utilizes the guys in this offense. Again, it's not a great offense. It's not a great team. They're not going to win the Super Bowl this year. But I think with Drake May in there now, you can get some good quarterback play. You can see what you have and what you don't have. Obviously, very, very bad O-line, that has to be addressed as soon as possible. But again, Demario Douglas, you guys commented on my Drake May video back in April telling me to look out for him. He's very, very good. I have to agree. I didn't know a lot about him then, but I think he's great after the catch. Very good slot receiver. So I want to see more him. I want to see Jalen Polk utilized. I think there's a bit more here than people might realize for the Patriots. But again, it starts with Drake Maye. I want to see what he can do the rest of the year. I'm very excited to see it. So again, let me know down below what you guys think of Drake Maye, of the Patriots, of your favorite team, or your favorite rookie quarterback this year, whatever it may be. Make sure to leave a like down below. It is free. Subscribe. I really appreciate that on the road to 1,000 subscribers. But yeah, very excited for this season. I think it's been a very up and down year for a lot of teams so far. A lot of teams that should be doing better have pretty bad records, and a lot of teams that were projected to have like 4 wins all year have 4 wins already, like the Commanders. So yeah, very excited for everything to come. Let me know down below, all that stuff. I appreciate all the support. See you guys in the next one. Peace out.